today I'll be showing you the second pen that I got from Recife, which is called the Baoshi fountain pen. And it comes in a very simplistic box, which the sleeve slides off. But the opening is actually really cool because I think that's pretty darn cool. It comes with a little warranty brochure. And then finally, the pen, which comes wrapped in a nice plastic sleeve to keep it protected. I chose this pen because I thought it looked really interesting. Also has that little tag that comes off to show that it is officially from Recife and made in France. I'm gonna take that off. This is the Quartz edition of the Baoshi fountain pen, and so it is this really lovely gray color. And this pen, it has rounded barrels. The cap and the barrel are pretty much the same exact length. And this pen doesn't exactly post the way a normal fountain pen does, but it actually screws onto the back of the pen and makes a full-size pen. So this makes it a really great pocket pen or purse pen. It comes with a small, looks like a number 5 steel nib. This is a medium nib, and it does come with its own converter. And this one looks like a little plunger converter. Probably not gonna hold a whole lot of ink, but you know, for a little purse pen, that's not that big of a deal to me. The clip on the cap is spring-loaded, so I find that to be pretty cool. And I just think overall the pen is kind of cool. This is what it looks like when it's not posted. So it's kind of like this cute little pocket pen. Around the cap, with the silver trim, it says Recife, and then on the back it says Paris. I think it's a very attractive pen. And the thing about these Recife pens is they're not sitting around in a warehouse in a box waiting for you to purchase it. They're actually made to order. So it does take a little time for you to receive your pen from Recife, but I have to tell you, looking at it right now, I haven't written with it yet, but just looking at it, it's totally worth the wait, because I mean, this is a really, and I don't know on camera how it's looking to you, but in person, it's actually very attractive. They also sent to me with the pen a sheet or a worksheet or whatever you want to call it that describes the process that goes into making one of these Baoshi pens. And so it says that the Recife Baoshi collection is the result of a work on the power of stones and their colors in the tradition of feng shui. So it is inspired by beautiful semi-precious materials such as quartz, and I believe they have other colors too. I don't quite remember what they all are. I just know when I looked at it, I saw the gray quartz and I was like, yeah, that's the one I want. The Baoshi material is produced in the form of sheets of different colors, and then they are processed into logs. And then the trunks, that's what they're calling the Baoshi log. The trunks are worked by hand by their craftsmen, and they produce pieces that are then polished to be assembled. So they're polished by hand and then assembled. But the material is really stunning. And I think the perfect ink that I'm gonna ink it with today is this beautiful Pilot Iroshizuku ink. Don't judge me because I don't speak Japanese. I don't speak French either. It's Fuyu-syogun. Yeah, there you go, Fuyu-syogun. I think that would be a nice match. I guess the next thing we're gonna do, let's fill this pen up and let's see how she writes. for joining me for this look at the Baoshi, I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, it's Soyouz, Soyouz. However you pronounce it, it's a fabulous pen. I like the little nib, I like how it writes. It writes really nicely. And maybe Recife is a brand that you'd like to look into. As of right now, Recife is only available, as far as I know, through their online store in France, so it ships directly from France. But I mean, what gorgeous pens! It even says part of their slogan is for the flamboyant writer. So these pens aren't for the faint of heart. These are for people who like fountain pens and have a lot of personality, like yours truly. So go check them out. Hopefully you've learned something from this video, and maybe, you know, Recife is in your future. Go check them out on Instagram too. They've got a really beautiful account. Well, that's all I've got. Thanks for joining me. And that's how the ink flows.